I started to pray, and even as I'm talking about it, I can remember it and feel it. I felt like my heart just ripped open. Just ripped open. I didn't know what to say. I began to cry. And I began to cry. I was teaching this and I didn't believe what I was teaching. So after I finished all of those years of school and training and working in the church, I said, I can't do this anymore. And so I left the church. And I said, but now what am I going to do? So I began a career of learning and performing music. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام وإليك يعود السلام. But my heart was empty. I was doing music because it was so important and the applause was wonderful and it was a great life, but something was missing.
صلي على سيدنا محمد.
Came to me and reached out, took my hand and said, I want to show you something. And so he walked me around to the back side of the museum, underneath the Yeshu Kuba, to a place I didn't know where I was. And he said to me, this place is called the Niyaz Penjarasi. He called it the wishing window. Makam Chobi brought me there and said, we come here and pray. He says, let me show you. And so he walked up the steps, stood in front of the Niyaz Penjarasi and began to make dua. And I stood there watching him. And I looked around because there was snow on the ground. And there was one single red rose over here that was blooming. It was beautiful. And I turned back and Chalabi had finished praying and he came down. He said, now it's your turn to pray. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to do. So I walked up the stairs and I stood in front of the Niyaz Penjarasi and I could see Rumi's sanduka. I could see his sarcophagus. I started to pray, and even as I'm talking about it, I can remember it and feel it. I felt like my heart just ripped open. Just ripped open. I didn't know what to say. I began to cry. And I began to cry. But I know that this was the man to show me the way of Mevlevi Lik, the way of Mevlana. And we know that the way of Mevlevi is the way of Hazrati Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I knew I needed to become Muslim. I knew that. So it was that next year where I became a Muslim, alhamdulillah.
Ya Sabur, Ya Allah.